Hello and welcome back to Crawling with Dungeons. I'm Rob, and joining me for this unboxing video is my wife Sandra.
Hello.
Hi. So we have been doing these unboxing videos. We've been very much enjoying it. Sandra does not play these types of games.
Nope.
And so I like it when she joins me. We have a lot of fun doing this. She gets to see what I spend all our money on.
Yes, I actually get to see where my money goes.
Right. And so that being said, we can also learn a little bit because she is pretty much a novice in this stuff, and she has a lot of questions that a novice might ask. And so I think that helps the audience understand a little bit better from that perspective. If they've never seen anything about Shadows of Brimstone or never played a game like this, I think it helps. All right, so I like to start out asking what you think about the artwork.
Well, I know I've said this a bunch. I really do like their artwork, and I have no idea what this is supposed to be. What is this?
Well, so it's Serpentmen, right? So
okay.
They're Snakemen.
They look like they're at some resort, and like in some Jamaican resort, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
So these are Jamaican resort workers. This
looks like a good time.
Yeah, it is a good time. Well, it's a good time for them, maybe not for the posse.
Wait, is that marijuana leaves?
It could be, depending on how you paint it.
Right there.
They're having a good time. We're all having a good time.
You can really put a lot, if you just really dissect the picture.
Yeah, if you're drinking, you can do that a lot.
If you dissect the picture, you can be like, this is...
No, that's their snake scales.
Is that snake scales? Okay.
Yeah.
You can be like, this is marijuana leaves. They're on an island that looks like there's some skeletons right here.
I don't think they'd be fighting too much.
They're having a good time. So,
all right.
You asked me what I thought.
No, it's true. This is the deluxe enemy pack. So that means there's a little bit more to it than just a regular enemy pack, and we'll see that when we open it up. So let's look at the back. Let's see here. Fiercely tribal, the Serpentmen of Jargono have built a civilization on brutal warfare and massive stone temples to their serpent gods. They stalk the swamps, hunting their prey while protecting their territory from outsiders and other tribes that would conquer their lands. There are countless tribes, each with a different culture and style of their own. These tribes are led by great shamans that wield voodoo magic and can call forth the wrath of the Serpentmen god themselves. So this includes, you get a rule book with 2 missions and a painting guide, 1 Serpentmen shaman, 6 Serpentmen warriors, 7 bases, the 30mm bases, 2 large enemy record sheets, 45 game cards, and 1 die cut counter sheet. So let's get this open. I'm excited about this one.
Now this is still where there's like a little, like a time warp thing that they go through.
Yes.
Okay.
So the jungle of Jargono is another world.
Okay.
That they can travel, that the hero posse can travel to. So there's a lot.
This is a big pack, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, so here's the cards. Here are the 2 record sheets that you get. Here are the rules and also the missions that you get. Those are poison markers and some other markers, and here are the cards.
There's a lot of cards.
Yeah. That's 45, I believe, is what the book said. Go ahead and open those up. And then, all right, so let's read a little bit more about these guys. All right, so the deluxe enemy pack contains everything you need to edge the savage Serpentmen warriors and their powerful Serpentmen shaman.
They have an epic card.
They do have an epic card. All right. Yeah, that's a bigger fight. And 1 Serpentmen shaman model, the 2 large enemy record sheets for them, a host of themed cards around the Serpentmen of Jargono, including all of the threat cards needed to add them to your games, and 2 new missions focusing on these deadly new enemies. Okay, new enemies, Serpent Warriors, and then Serpentmen Shaman, new cards. So there are also 3 new card decks for use with the Serpentmen of Jargono. Serpentmen tribes, Serpentmen magic, and Serpentmen juju trinkets. These new decks are generally only used when encountering Serpentmen warriors or Serpentmen shaman and are specifically referenced on the enemy record sheet for those enemies. Okay. Let's see. So there is an epic threat, yes. A single epic threat card featuring a Serpentmen Grand Shaman is also included in this and has the normal epic threat card back, but is marked on the card front with a Jargono icon as well as the words Swamps of Jargono. Okay, so it's a big boss. Serpentmen Grand Shamans. Okay. So this tells you all about the serpent magic and the juju trinkets and the Grand Shaman.
The serpent magic. Is there different serpent magic?
Yeah. So there's spells. It's spells.
Hex.
So it looks like this is the juju trinkets.
Hex bolt. Is that what that says?
Yeah.
Hex bolt.
So let's see it.
Hex trap.
Yeah, Hex bolt.
Puppet master. That's the Metallica song, isn't it?
It is a mastery of puppets.
Oh, master of puppets. Okay.
Yeah. So the shaman targets a random hero in line of sight, unleashes a hex bolt at them. The hero immediately takes a number of hex hits equal to their current luck skill. These hex hits do d6 wounds each, but use willpower to prevent rather than defense. Mastery. The target takes hex hits equal to double their current luck. Wow. Okay, so that's not good. Yes. So these are spells that the Serpentmen shaman get. Now this is kind of interesting. Now you were saying, you remember in another video you were talking about painting them differently.
Yeah.
Well, because there are so many Snakemen tribes, you can paint these Snakemen like one or all of these tribes if you wanted to. But typically the tribes are going to fight with each other.
Okay.
So you just pick a tribe.
So you just pick, okay.
Right. But like, since you have 6 of them, I might paint 3 of them this color and 3 of them that color.
So is there can you research like the history of each tribe, or is there anything that says what each tribe is?
Right, yes. So there are Serpentmen tribe cards here.
Okay.
All right. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that's 2 of the same one. That's 3 of the same one. Okay, so it looks like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tribes that they go over here, but they said there's countless tribes. So let's take one for instance. Striking Shadow Tribe. Lashing out from the shadows, this sneaky tribe uses their natural dark colored scales to lay in wait for their prey. Stealth and surprise are their greatest weapons as they strike without warning. Stealth Strike always attacks from ambush. Fast Slither, +2 move and +1 initiative. So basically what that does is it gives you an idea of how these guys fight. So these guys are more sneaky and faster. So it's going to increase how far they move on the board, and it's also going to increase their initiative, which means how fast you go in a turn. Because everybody goes in order, right, according to their initiative. So, yeah, another the Diamond Scale Tribe. Perhaps the most cunning and fierce of the tribes, these warriors of the Diamond Scale are hunters to the core. Disciplined and deadly, they work as a pack and use fighting formations to guard each other's flanks as strikers move in for the kill. So these guys have Fierce Warriors, +1 combat, and formation, immune to critical hits while adjacent to another Serpentmen model. And it gives you +5 XP to fight these guys. All right, so what you do is you use this in conjunction with these cards, right? So you've got these Snakemen guys, and it's going to add +1 combat. Well, the combat's right here, and that's how many dice you roll. So if you were going to roll dice for these guys, you'd roll, normally you would roll 2 dice, but because they're this tribe, you're going to roll 3 dice. And if they're standing together, they're in a formation, so you can't get a critical hit on them. And that's what these cards do to kind of make them stand out a little bit.
Okay.
And then in the rest of the rule book, you've got 2 missions. And these are going to give you more of an idea of what the Snakemen are all about. So, for instance, the first one is called Human Sacrifice. As you arrive in town, there's much fuss about the streets. The shops are in disarray, and the people are quite shaken. Before we knew what was happening, they were on us, slicing up folk with their axes and hissing at anyone that got in their way. And their leader was something fierce, all covered in feathers and totems and lightning coming from his hands. It just ain't right. They took old Jeb's girl, dragged her off, still kicking. I hate to think what kind of terrible fate she has in store for her with those snakes. So basically, So let's see. Gives you the objectives. When the first clue is discovered this in the swamps of Jargono, the heroes have found the location of the poor townsfolk girl and the tribal ritual. Ignore any attacks or encounters listed on the final exploration token. Also ignore any door gate icons, as the objective room has no exits. So basically, this mission is someone was stolen to be a human, sacrificed to the Serpentmen gods. So that's kind of their motivation. They make all these sacrifices to their gods to help them. And then warring tribes is another one. The second mission in this group. While exploring swamps of Drongo, you find yourselves in the middle of territory dispute between two rival tribes of vicious serpentmen. Gnarled and gruesome totems hang from the trees, and swamps run red with the aftermath of brutal battles. Worse yet, the gate you came through seems to have collapsed in on itself. There's only one way to go, forward. So in this one, you would take two of the cards, and these two tribes are going to be fighting each other as well as you. So there's probably rules in the mission to help you do that.
Okay.
So yeah, they're basically sort of like a Aztec Mayan culture, but Snakemen. So you know how the Aztecs would sacrifice humans to appease the gods. It's sort of like that, except if those creatures on another world if everybody instead of being human were snakes. So these would be that. Which is pretty cool. It's not bad. I think it's a cool theme. And then you've got some artifacts that you can pick up, and these are items that can help you along the way. Those are really nice. And then
What are the items that help along the way?
So, for example, this Thufir Dust. Discard to cancel a Growing Dread card on a D6, roll a 4-up, or to re-roll a Hold Back the Darkness roll. Requires Spirit 3 or higher to use. Okay, so this is something, you go into this other world and you would find this if you kill a bunch of guys, and you could pick up an artifact.
You pick up an artifact?
Yeah, and so you can do what it says on the card at the time it says it.
Okay.
So it's like an item that you carry. So like this Tutari feather, it gives you +1 agility.
Okay.
And it does some other stuff too. And
it's
so
like
there's
a necklace in there.
Yeah,
What is
so
that?
that's spirit armor, and gave the keyword
armor.
tribal.
It looks like a necklace.
It's a necklace, yeah. And then this Juju wand. At any time you kill an enemy, place a marker here, limit 3. Once per turn, you may discard any number of markers from here to add +1 damage each.
A Juju wand. What is that?
It's a weapon. But it allows you to do more damage when you hit. So
is that a real thing?
No, they just.
Juju
I mean, it might be. I mean, some cultures might have something like. But it's like it's a wand, like a magic wand, but like Juju is magic, I guess. And so that's kind of the angle they're going for there.
How do you spell that? I'm gonna look that up.
You're gonna J-U-J-U wand.
J-U-J-U.
Yeah.
Wand.
So what is the difference between shaman Juju trinkets and the artifacts? Let's look that up. I don't know what that is. Okay. Grand Shaman. Okay. Serpentmen shamans carry tribal artifacts into battle known as Juju
It's real.
trinkets.
You can buy them on Etsy.
Oh. Well. Juju trinkets. As noted on this enemy record sheet, when a Serpentmen shaman comes into play, draw a Juju trinket for him from this deck. These trinkets give the shaman an extra ability, but can be neutralized by the heroes using a critical hit to try and knock it away rather than doing damage to the shaman, as noted on the enemy record sheet. Okay, so it's an item that they carry. Okay. At the bottom of each Serpent magic spell card is a text labeled Mastery. Alright, this is not used for normal Serpentmen shaman spells. Some more skillful shamans, such as the Graham Shaman, Epic Threat, or shamans that have the Juju Wand Trinket, also gain this powerful mastery bonus for any spells they cast. And so we saw that earlier when we were looking at the magic cards. It says Mastery down at the bottom. And basically, if you're a Grand Shaman or you have one of those Juju Wands, your spells are better. They do more damage or whatever they do. So that's how that works. And then the Juju Trinket deck is right here, and it's got a wand and bags and stuff like that. And so when you pull out a shaman guy...
Oh, it's got one of those dolls.
Yeah, it's a voodoo doll.
Oh.
Yeah.
I bet you can buy this on Etsy, too.
Yeah, you probably can. I know you can buy it in New Orleans. Serpent Magic.
We did see this in New Orleans, remember? Yeah.
Grand Shaman. All right.
We should have got a Juju one when we were...
I don't want a Juju one. This is as close as I want to get. All right, so you got the tokens. This looks like a Grand Shaman token.
Oh, this is
voodoo
a
doll.
serpent. What does that say? Certain tribal tattoos.
Let's see.
What's the tattoo?
Shaman gains tough, immune to critical hits. It's just something they made up for the game. It's not a real tattoo.
That's pretty cool.
I guess you could get it on as a tattoo.
Immune to critical hits.
Mm-hmm. Knocked away, and you get a bunch of poison markers. These guys do poison damage.
You know, like the real tribal tattoos are like done with like a needle, like
right, and
one at a time.
They say it's one of the most painful tattoos in the world that you can get. Yeah, I'm good.
You're good. You can.
Yeah. Okay, let's go over their stats real quick. Serpentmen warriors have the keywords Serpentmen, Tribal, and Jargono. Medium size, initiative 5, so they're quick. Abilities are Serpentmen tribe. If there's not already a Serpentmen tribe card been played, draw one and determine which tribal territory you are in. Slither. Moves through other models and changes targets each turn. Darkstone weapons. Serpentmen warriors to hit roll of 6 cause double damage. And tribal shields. The Serpentmen warriors defense is doubled while adjacent to the attacker. So they move 10. You got to roll a 5 to escape from them. Their melee to hit is a 4-up. They got 2 combat dice. They do 3 damage each hit. They've got 2 defense and 6 health. And then they're 35 XP if you kill them. And then they've, of course, got the elite add-ons there. And then they have their brutal side. Now, this comes with 2. It comes with the Shaman card as well. And he's got Serpentmen, Tribal, Magic, and Jargono. He is also medium-sized. He's initiative 7. He is very fast. He moves 10. You escape on a 4-up. His range to hit is a 4-up. His melee to hit is a 4-up. He's got 3 combat dice. They do 4 damage each. His defense is a 3 and his health is 18. His abilities are retreat. If an adjacent hero at the start of his activation makes a free move, if adjacent to a hero at the start of its action makes a free move along the shortest distance to no longer be adjacent in the first turn of ambush, does not retreat. Serpent Magic. At the start of its activation, after any retreat, while not adjacent to a hero, the shaman rolls a d6. On a 1 or 2, targets a random hero and moves to attack as normal. On a 3 or 6, it does not move and casts a random spell from the Serpent Magic deck. Trinkets. Starts with a random shaman Juju Trinket. Instead of doing damage, a critical hit on a shaman may be used to knock away the Juju Trinket or discard it. On a roll of d6, on a d6 roll of 5 or 6, Slither moves through other enemy models and changes targets each turn, and has Darkstone weapons on a hit of 6 do double damage. And then he's got elite abilities if 2 of them or more come out. And then he's got the brutal side. So this is kind of like a mini expansion, really. It gives you all the rules for these guys. So let's take a look at the models real quick. Let's see what we think about those. They're double bagged. Gonna have to take them out of those bags as well. Okay.
So,
it's a little bigger.
I'm probably going to ask a ridiculous question.
We'll fire away.
If this guy's health is 24, all right, and
Yeah.
this guy is 10,
Yes.
why would you even choose this guy? And I'm sure you're going to say, because you don't choose him. But, like, why would you even choose this guy if he has less health?
Well, because the cards choose for you.
Okay.
So these threat cards are what you pull when you're fighting an enemy. So say I pulled that one. That would be D3 plus 1 of these warriors, right? And so it's going to be on the green side first because I'm a low-level character.
Okay.
All right, so I didn't pull any of these guys. So D3 what you do for a D3 is you roll a D6, and you say 1 and 2 is 1, 3 and 4 is 2, and 5 and 6 is 3. So, okay, so that's going to be 2 plus 1. So I'm going to be fighting 3 Snakemen.
Okay.
Okay? So I didn't have a choice on which Snakemen I fought or how many I fought. It was all random.
Okay.
So, but then you go higher up in these threat cards, and then this says 1 Serpentman Shaman, and a peril dice of Serpentmen Warriors. So automatically I'm going to fight this guy, the Serpentman Shaman, so he's out. All right? And then he's leading a group of a peril die of these Snakemen.
Okay.
So 4 Snakemen and this Shaman are what I'm going to have to fight in this fight.
Okay.
So that's how that...
So it chooses it.
It chooses
basically,
it for you.
it chooses it for you.
Yes.
You're not just saying, I'm going to take this and this.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that's how you want it. You want it random, so you don't know what you're going to fight.
Okay.
And then, of course, you've got your epic threat card.
It's not like a game of Monopoly where you're like, I'm just going to choose this guy and this guy.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's the Grand Shaman. Is that in focus? That doesn't look focused.
No, I think you need to move it up some more.
I don't know.
Here, let me try.
You try.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm not doing any better.
I know, it doesn't want to focus.
It doesn't want to focus.
Lower it. There we go. That's
I
kind of
don't
focused.
think so. I don't think so, Rob.
Maybe we need more hands behind it.
Maybe we need more hands.
So I can focus.
The more hands, the better.
Hands across America. All right, lower it a little bit.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Okay, well.
All right. Well, anyway, sorry we can't give you a better view of these things. Is that focused?
I think that's about as good as we're going to get. There you go. I think that's about as good as we're going to get.
Okay, so that's the Snakemen themselves, and you get 6 of those guys. And then this is the Shaman. Maybe that's a little better. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so they've got the pot leaf headdresses and the snake bodies, and these guys are a little bigger, so they're a little easier to paint. But when you're looking at the artwork, you're like, oh, well, snake scales are kind of different, so you could paint them as anything, really.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, what do you think of the Snakemen of Jargono?
I really like the voodoo part of it.
Yeah? Yeah. You think that makes them more unique?
I think that makes them really unique, and I think it makes them really threatening, honestly.
Yeah.
To have the voodoo and what they can do with the juju wand, and it's pretty scary.
But it's very thematic too. It's like you're in a jungle setting. I mean, you wouldn't want to run across a snake man, even one, you know?
Yeah.
Or at least you need a shotgun or something to kill a snake. But yeah, I think it's a good release. I mean, yeah, I think they're intimidating. They definitely got a lot of abilities, so you're really going to have to think about the fight that you're in. The miniatures look fun to paint. And like I said, it's a deluxe expansion, so it's got a lot of options. So if you were in a fight with these guys, what would you do?
If I was in a fight with these guys, what would I do?
We're in a jungle. Say we took a vacation to a jungle and we ran into these guys. What would you do?
Probably just accept it.
Just lay
just
down?
lay down and accept it. Yeah, because I probably wouldn't. I would not beat them. I would just take it. Yeah.
Just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just accept it.
Just giving up on life. Not even trying.
Not even like that guy in the boat. That he just accepted it and just went down.
It. He didn't have a choice,
yeah,
but
the
he knew it.
speedboat. He just went down. He was.
That's you, huh?
That's me.
You would just play dead, maybe.
Just play dead. Yeah. This snake just took him over.
Just no, I've got a family to live for, or anything like that. Just
they come up with one of these things and the doll. That's it.
You're out.
I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out. I'm not choosing. I'm gonna ask them which tribe they want me to join.
Well, I don't think they're gonna want you to join a tribe. It looks like they're gonna carry you off and sacrifice you. So, but you know what? They might just throw you away because you know what? It's not a fight.
It's not a fight.
They like a fight.
I'm just.
They're like, well, this isn't going to be a good sacrifice.
Just gonna take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's good to know.
I'm here for you guys.
I'm here for you. So basically, you've joined the Peace Corps.
I did.
And that's crazy. Yeah, I might have a different reaction, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I might pee my pants. So yeah.
Well, then you're accepting it too.
I'm accepting the wetness.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, we're not fighters, are we?
Well, not against something like this. That's crazy.
Yeah, these guys are pretty scary.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you for joining us for this unboxing. I hope you enjoyed it because we certainly did, and I hope you join us for the next one. I've been Rob, and this has been
Sandra.
Like and subscribe.